We've been talking about that press conference on an Amber Alert now. Let's join that live at APD.
From the person who has her. This morning at about 8 a.m., Karen was seen standing outside of her school, Bedichek Middle School at 6800 Bill Hughes Road. A teacher's aide who happened to be walking into the school saw Karen standing outside and asked her what she was doing. At that time, she was talking to a male subject in a brown Ford Explorer Expedition type vehicle. Karen had told the teacher's aide that she wasn't feeling well, that she was probably going to go home. The teacher's aide, as she was walking into the building, saw her leaving with the male subject in the vehicle. She thought that was suspicious. The teacher's aide knew Karen, knew that he was not a family member that she knew of. So the teacher's aide reported it to an Austin Independent School District police officer. The officer talked with Karen's friends, and we believe that the subject that has Karen is a 25-year-old male subject by the name of Angel Rojas, date of birth 5'3" of 1985, 5'3" in height, approximately 135 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes. We also have reason to believe that in the recent past that Rojas has committed a violent felony offense against Karen, and we have reason to believe that she is in immediate danger. We're asking for the public's help in locating Karen. Along with the information that you're getting today is a photograph of Karen, a photograph of Rojas, information on the physical descriptions for both, as well as the information that we have on the vehicle. If any member of the public sees Rojas or Karen or this vehicle, please call 911 immediately. We do have some information that Rojas may be headed to the border with Karen. Karen's family was about to file a criminal charge against Rojas, and there is some concern that he may not only try to leave the area and the state, but also the country with Karen. So there is a sense of urgency that we need to get her back, not only to protect her from further criminal activity from Rojas, but also to prevent him from taking her across the border. So again, members of the public, media, please help us recover Karen. Does anybody have any questions?
How do they know each other? What's the correlation, the relationship there? Is he a friend of the family, or how do they know each other?
Rojas was an acquaintance of the family.
Can you give us any idea about the crime? Was it sexual in nature? Was it abuse? Was it?
I'm not going to comment on the specific nature of the crime, other than to say that it was a violent felony offense against Karen, and that he was the perpetrator.
And that's an investigation that was going through your office of the Austin Police Department as well?
Yes, the family intended to report the crime to the Austin Police Department, and it would have been investigated by our child abuse unit. Obviously, once we have Karen back, and that is the priority right now, is to recover Karen and to safely return her to her home. Once we've done that, then not only would any criminal activity this morning be investigated, but also the previous activity.
How long ago was that filed? When did they make that complaint filed? When did that?
They intended to make the report. It has not yet been filed.
Can you talk to us a little bit about the urgency and the efforts? It's not too far from the border, and what is happening with other police agencies to try to intervene here?
Well, what we did as soon as we were aware of the facts of the case was we issued region-wide, statewide bulletins. It was all over the state of Texas, all the way to the border. So we enlist the aid of our law enforcement partners in helping us locate this vehicle. The Amber Alert obviously is a much broader effort because it brings the community into it. That's what we're hoping to do here, is that we need as many eyes as possible out there looking for Karen. With Amber Alerts, as often as not, it's a member of the public that will call 911 and see the suspect vehicle or see the victim.
So this is just a collective effort on the part of the community. Giving an update on the Amber Alert that they have issued. It's for 13-year-old Karen Anastasio. Austin police say that she was seen getting into a brown-colored Ford Explorer or Ford Expedition at Bedichek Middle School. That's in South Austin around 8 o'clock this morning. So they're looking for the suspect, 25-year-old suspect. His name is Angel Rojas. And I believe that we have a picture to show you of Angel and a description of him as well. He's a Hispanic man. He is 5'3" in height. There's his picture. Take a good look at him. Approximately 135 pounds. Police say that he has a history, a relationship that they will not go into with Karen, but they do say that her parents were about to file a felony complaint against Angel Rojas. They believe that they are now on their way to Mexico, and they believe that Karen is in danger.
Yeah, let's give you the latest. She's 5'2", 115 pounds, black hair and brown eyes. Last seen wearing a black shirt and black pants, carrying a pink backpack. Again, this happened at approximately 8 a.m. this morning. It's now 13 minutes after noon. Takes, what, 6-7 hours to get to the border. They think they're fleeing to Mexico. That's the information they're getting. So there's kind of a head start here as far as this Amber Alert is being issued. But as you heard our Carla Castaño in the middle of that press conference asking the questions, she said that statewide and region-wide bulletins had been made as soon as they had that information. So that head start may not be as many hours as the suspect believes it to be, because a region-wide and statewide bulletin went out as soon as they had this information. And again, if Karen is headed with that suspect and they are heading south, then everybody in the region from here probably south as far as law enforcement knows about it. But we also heard the APD officer there say as many eyes as possible they need on this, looking for them, and oftentimes it is a member of the public when an Amber Alert is issued that can find whoever they're looking for and bring that Amber Alert to a close. So again, that is the very latest, and we'll keep an eye on the press conference. It's continuing to go on right now, and again, KXAN has reporters in the middle of that, so any new information comes up, we'll certainly pass it on.
You may want to go to KXAN.com and forward all your friends and family the description of the suspect and Karen so that they could be on the watch out for that as well.
Good advice.